got to enjoy the process and the journey. You know, some people talk about how stressful it's going to be, and even in the seminar they talked about, like, I think partners did a really good job of helping set the expectations of how that process works. And having never gone through it, I feel like there's times we need to counsel people when they're about to go through it to really give them some insight. And for me, going from having a home that's paid off to being like, hey, we're about to jump into a process where we're tearing down a home, a perfectly paid off asset, and spend all this money building up a home and everything. It's like, there's a scary, scary component to that for a guy like me, but it's almost like skydiving and jumping out of that plane. Once you start the process, you're out of the plane at this point. Once you tore down that house, we were doing it. And once we landed on the ground, it was just like the first day I ever went skydiving. It was the greatest experience of my life. It was great. Like, there's not been a day that we regretted tearing our old home down and building this new house.
I think that Partners in Building is really superior at is just kind of seeing ahead in the process. So we never got hung up waiting on a permit or, oh, well, we're waiting on this or we're waiting on that. Partners in Building, they were always kind of 2 steps ahead of where we needed to be. And so when it came time that we needed X, Y, or Z, it was ready. And if it came down to ordering the fixtures that were going to go in at the end or getting the permits or whatever the case may be, they kind of knew the long game and planned, so things just continued to move very smoothly from one step to the next as we built. It was really nice and low stress. Very predictable process, and I think that kept us not just happy but low stress. You know, I feel like that's sort of a oxymoron of low stress building, but for us it really was. I mean, Partners in Building is so well organized, and we moved things along. I mean, We moved out of our house the few weeks before the demo that was required to prep everything before demo. And then, I mean, we didn't really have any delays in terms of like crews not showing up or things not being ready to go when it needed to go. It was really exciting, actually. The foundation gets poured, and then, you know, next thing you know, the framing starts, and wow, you know, and that's really when we were here a lot between framing all the way to the end. Just every little step of the process, they were able to kind of work with us.
The difference in going, for us, the reason we picked a company like Partners, because they'd done it thousands of times. But we got the exact house exactly built with the custom features we wanted.